My name is Fadime Orgu. I'm from the Netherlands, and I'm a politician and I'm active in new media projects. Okay. Well, in the Netherlands, politicians nowadays actually think more often about how long they want to stay in politics. The politicians in the early days, they went into parliament and stayed there, for ages, till they got old. The new generation is thinking differently about it. They like to change places, before I got in parliament myself, I used to be active on international level, so more the European level. And then I started being active on the national level as member of parliament. And I always said, I want to do this for 2 terms. And when I was saying this, I also encouraged others to do that. I became member of parliament in 1998 in May, and I finished being parliamentarian in end of November, actually in December 2006. Actually, I'm still involved in my party, active on different levels, but more local and regional, and last the European elections. But what I do every day is actually being active in different kind of foundations. And we set up 2 years ago with a few friends of mine a project that's on narrowcasting. So it's actually new media. We are working on ICT and new media, and narrowcasting is something completely new. It's those new screens, TV screens, everywhere in buildings, on the street, where you can give a message to other people. That's narrowcasting. Mm-hmm. And I started that 2 years ago, and ever since I'm very active with that project, next to my work as supervisor or board member or active as a president in a board. So I'm just doing many different things, also on different fields. So it's mainly focused on the social issues that are going on in our society. One of the aims that I have and the things that I'm doing is starting new things, just doing things that others are not doing. I try to be different than others, or I want to try out things that no one else did before. Well, I'm a member of CEDAR. Mm-hmm. CEDAR is a network for young professional Muslims in Europe. This is an initiative from the Salzburg Global Seminar, and it started last year. Mm-hmm. And we came together with youngsters last November, and since then we created actually this network. It is in the beginning phase, so we are going to explore on different fields like ICT, media, also politics and policy, women issues. So we will be busy on different kind of fields, and we are trying to make it concrete. And at the end of the day, we want to show Europe that we are also a part of this society. Well, being active in CEDAR means for me that I'm a part of this continent. Mm-hmm. I'm a part of this world. And I want to meet people who have the same ideology and who have the same kind of way of living in for future. Mm-hmm. So I want to spend time with them and I want to work with them. And these are all people who have new ideas, who want to explore things, who want to contribute, who take responsibility. Mm-hmm. And that makes me very, very happy with that. So I just joined the network because of these things. You can make politics interesting for people by going to them instead of waiting till they come to see you. As a politician, I always went to people, to their organizations, to their streets, to their schools, sometimes to their homes, to meet them, and then tell them what politics means and explain them how important democracy is for them to vote or to have an opinion about something. So I think it's important to go to the people instead of waiting that people will come to you. And make it very clear that you as an establishment is not looking from far, but is someone among themselves. So I think that's very important, that you should go and see the people and do not wait till they come to you. my advice for youngsters who are interested in politics is that they should, well, join an organization first. The things that they really like. It could be anything. It could be on sports, it could be on the issue like music, it could be something that you're really interested in as, you know, youngster. So join an organization and then learn how it works, how it is to be active in an organization, how it is to deal with people, how it is to work in teams, but how it is to talk and to give a speech or to debate or to chair a session. And if you do that, at that moment you can actually develop yourself and educate yourself and to figure out what kind of ideology you have in a certain direction. I mean, as a party, you know, for the party that you want to choose for. And if you don't know which party is really the right decision for you, just shop to all of them, you know? Go to meetings of different parties and see what their ideas are, what their, you know, plans are, what kind of people they have in the party. Meet them, talk to them, make a list of questions and talk and ask with them. And when you really think, well, this is my party, then become member of that party and be active in that party too, just to figure out how the party structures are working. And after that, I think being active in politics doesn't mean that you have to become member of parliament. You can do so many things in politics. There are so many different disciplines. There's so many different areas like, you know, local, regional, national, international. It could be also, you could be a ghostwriter for a leader, for example. So you could be anything if you want to work behind the screen. If you want to really, you know, become somebody who is a good debater and you want to lead a party, then you have to go to all kind of debates to make sure that you're practicing all the time. So these are the tips that I want to give them. Just start, you know, with the thing that you really like, where your heart lies, you know, in an organization. Then you can start with your volunteer work, learn the practical things, and then figure out what kind of organization you want to become a member for. And in the member organization that you are for a political party, just educate you more, develop you more, explore more, and then figure out what you really want to do in politics. One of the things that I'm active in is foundation for the Swimming Federation in the Netherlands. I'm in the board of that foundation. And one of the things that I'm doing in that board is making sure that immigrant children in the Netherlands are going to be more active in swimming. Because I think swimming is a healthy sport. It's good for anybody. It is easy to learn. And if you learn it, you can do it everywhere, where there is water, of course. But it's really interesting to see people being happy and healthy. So one other reason that I want to have this project is that I want to have, after 10 or 15 years, I want to have swimmers who are representing the Netherlands, and their names are Mohammed or Ahmed or, you know, Aisha or Fatima. So I really want to create that in future, because I believe that Muslims in Europe, the immigrants in Europe, should be everywhere on each level. So politics could be one area, but the Swimming Federation gives me also the spirit to explore youngsters on sports, you know, to give them that energy, to show them that you can do this too. And this project is really wonderful. We started it 2 years ago, and it's working perfect. Within 1 year, we got more than 1,000 immigrant youngsters who become member of swimming organizations. And that is terrific to see that this is really working. And again, also here, you go to the people and ask them to join you, you know, you tell them about your organization, and it really works.